Hello. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Connor. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I am doing another journal session, and this one's kind of special because I'm gonna reflect on my 32nd year around the sun. It's my birthday next week, and I am transitioning from being 32 to 33, and I feel like 33 feels like, wow, like I'm actually in my 30s. Like, I don't know, I really struggled like disassociating from like being in my 20s and transitioning to my 30s and what that means as an individual. I know numbers are just numbers, but I really felt like a shift in my entire life between my 20s and my 30s. And now that like I'm gonna be 33, I think it's gonna be extra important for me to understand what the last year brought me and what I want to bring into my next year. Sorry, this hair is bothering me. So I wrote down ahead of making this video some of my like highs and lows of the year. I felt like so much happened, and like being a mom, especially like having a new baby and a toddler at the same time, like the whole year felt like a whirlwind. I feel like life since children has been like a whirlwind. I say this all the time to my husband. I don't know how people do it with like 9 children. 2 feels like such a big number. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, I want more kids. That's a whole different conversation. But this past year has been really special for me, and at the same time, incredibly difficult. When I think about what it meant to be 32, I finally felt like I was a mom this year. I fully embraced motherhood. I embraced letting go of my previous self, my single life of being motherless and not having like children, and took on this like new identity. And for me, that took like a while. And I know like some people get it right away, or a lot of people have been preparing their whole lives to be a mom. But for me, like I knew I wanted children, but then like it took me a really long time to understand like how that changed me. And this year I did a lot of that hard work. It also coincided with me letting go of being a girl that takes a subway to her high-rise office job and works in a cubicle and has emails to answer every single day and calls to make, and has people to speak to that are outside of my family unit, and have like real responsibilities to a company, and letting go of that perception of me. I knew for so long that I didn't want that job. I didn't want that career path, that I needed a change. And to take that leap of faith, like I am just so proud of myself. Like it's weird. I'm turning 33 and I don't have a job. I don't make any money. I'm getting older, so I'm not like a spring chicken anymore. But my friend group is smaller than it's ever been. Like so much, I feel like, of my world looks like probably not that glamorous to people. But to me, I feel like the best I've ever felt. And it's partly because I'm like scared. I'm scared of everything I just let go. But I'm also really excited about like this transition in my life and what it's going to bring. I didn't realize that there was so much I was holding on to that I didn't need. And it was probably around when, transitioning from 31 to 32 that I knew like that little seed in my head was planted, and I was like, okay, like you're in your 30s, Connor. If you don't make this change now, like you're gonna really regret it when you're 35. And you're gonna regret it even more when you're 40 and your children are older. And looking back on like actually pulling the trigger and like making that decision, I am so proud of myself. It's I feel like I need to do a whole like episode on this, because I'm so proud of myself for allowing, like, respecting me, respecting the fact that like there are so many people around me who told me, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? You have an amazing job, an amazing career. Your company is like one of the best in like the world of what it does. Like, why would you give that away? And I explained it to people that it wasn't serving me, that it made me really unhappy, that it wasn't nearly enough money for me to take care of myself if I needed to. That I didn't, even though I liked so many people I worked with, it wasn't fulfilling enough. Like, those interpersonal relationships weren't enough for me to feel confident in sticking in a job. Like, there was just so much left on the table, so much I wanted that I wasn't getting for my career. And it was really hard. And this is where like I'm so proud of myself this past year, of like not letting that negativity and those people's judgments of like what my career and what my path should look like, and sticking to like my gut and listening to like my husband and the few friends who really supported me, who I will never forget supported me during this time. Like, 32 was a really tough year of letting go for me. Just letting it all go and like opening myself up to opportunity. I never thought I'd be turning 33 and like be in this position. It's like, it's a weird one where like I know if I was in my early 20s and I heard my story, I'd be like, what are you doing with your life? You don't have a direction, you're a little bit lost, like you don't have like a 9-to-5, like you're making yourself vulnerable as a woman. There's like so many things would be going on in my head, like judgments. And all I can say for this year, I let that all go and I listened to my gut telling me that for the next 30 years, for the type of wife you want to be, the type of mom you want to be, the role model you want to be for your friends and your family, you're not going to achieve it. Whatever you're doing now doesn't work. And I'm now like kind of scared, because this coming year is the year I have to figure it all out. Like, what am I doing? Of course I know like I have some ideas of what I want to do, but nothing's certain. Like, the beauty of having a 9-to-5 is that you know when your paycheck's coming, you know kind of your trajectory of your career, you know when you'll get a promotion. It's safe. You have healthcare, like it's safe. But I have let that all go this year. Like, I've let so much go. Okay, the other thing I want to talk about, like I want to make sure I record for reflecting on life at 32, is probably one of the hardest things I did this year was let go of friends. And I want to do a whole video on this, because so many women go through this, especially moms. But the biggest thing I did this year for myself, which was so valuable, and I have like, I just feel free, is letting go of friendships and relationships that don't serve me. And I didn't realize how many of them had accumulated in my life, of people who just weren't a positive influence on me. Not of their own fault, just of my own choosing. They weren't the people I needed to feel the best about myself. And I let that all go. Like, after I quit my job, I let go of people in my life, naturally and kindly, of course, but I let them go, and it has been unreal. Like, the amount of space and time I now have in my life to do what I want is so exciting. I am becoming the type of mom I want to be. I'm a better wife. Like, the darker moments of doubt and hearing the criticism from people was really hard this year. Like, I cried so much. So much. I'm still like really worried, but I know that whatever is coming in the next year is gonna like completely make up for this tough time. It's all like a journey, and sometimes you just have to let go and allow like fate and a belief in your hard work that it's all gonna like all pay off. I hope my kids are proud. Like, if my, kids, if you're watching this one day, I hope you're really proud of this past year. It was a hard one, but 32 is also like one of my best years. I think I'm gonna look back on my life and think that was the year I decided the life I wanted, the type of person I want to be. And to others, it doesn't look glamorous. It doesn't look like I have my shit together. It looks like I'm just a stay-at-home mom. I hate when people fucking say that. Sorry, I shouldn't have cussed. But it's a great year. Okay, I just like rambled for like 12 minutes, and that was such like a release. I am so proud of year 32 and all the hard work I like been doing on myself. And oh my god, sorry. It's hot in here. It like all of a sudden got really hot in Hawaii, so I'm like roasting because we don't have AC. That's a note for the journal. I'm gonna do some more journaling. I have so many thoughts and feelings about like what it means. I need to write down some goals I have for 33. I like the number 33. It's a better number than 32. So I'm hopeful. It's gonna be a really, really good year. Okay. If you listen to the whole journal, thank you. I'm just blabbing all my thoughts and feelings, so it's fun. It's very cathartic. Okay. Subscribe if you like it. Ah!